couple say during the next half hour, they'll win an extra $100. Okay, Duck. Arrivederci. Say, that reminds me, George, is Mrs. Consolo coming back again?
Yeah, she certainly is, and this week we have another man for her to meet. But right now, Peggy, Slater, and Don Davis are waiting to talk to you, so folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to Your Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and you divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Peggy, I'll start with you. Where are you from?
Originally from San Francisco, Groucho, but I've lived in Los Angeles most of my life.
Oh, did you go to school in L.A.?
Yes, through school here, and finally graduated from UCLA.
Oh, UCLA. Are you married, Peggy?
No.
And you are, let's see, who are you? Wally Cox?
No, Don Davis.
Don Davis. Did you go to school in L.A.?
Yes, I did, Groucho.
Oh, and where did you go to school?
Well, I went to UCLA, and then I finished college up at Cal, Berkeley.
Oh, why? Weren't you satisfied with UCLA?
Well, I was taking a special type of course. Had to finish it up at Cal.
Well, was all this worthwhile? Did you find it useful later on?
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. What course did you take? How to cheat at poker?
No, I majored in forestry.
Oh, forestry. Well, how has forestry been useful to you? Are you a lumberjack?
No, but every summer I go camping up in the high Sierras.
You spent 4 years in college, so you can go camping for two. So you can go camping for 2 weeks in the high Sierras? Sure. And you went to another college just for that? Are you married?
No.
Well, you learned something in college. Well, neither one of you is married. You seem to be about the right age for each other. You both have old school days at UCLA to cry about. Why don't you two get hitched?
He's very handsome.
Well, we'll have to wait till after the program.
He's a pretty cautious fellow, this guy. Why do you spend so much time in the wilds? Are you a hunter?
Well, yes, in a way. I like to hunt insects.
You what? What kind of insects do you collect?
Well, many kinds, Groucho, but chiefly butterflies. I like to chase them up the side of Mount Whitney.
You run up and down Mount Whitney chasing butterflies? Don, Mount Whitney is the highest mountain in the country. Is this what you call fun?
Well, I think it is. It's good exercise, and there's wonderful scenery, and when you come home, you've got a real collection to show for all your efforts.
Well, if you ever turn around and see another fellow right behind you, and he's also carrying a net, just remember, that fellow is not chasing butterflies. Well, who do you show these butterflies to after you catch them if you're a single man?
Well, that's a good thought. Mostly I look at them myself.
I presume you have a job, Peggy, huh?
Yes, I do. I'm a yacht broker at San Pedro.
A yacht broker. You're right. Nobody's broker than a man with a yacht. But just what is a yacht broker?
I sell boats and yachts.
Oh. Don, do you have a job?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you work, huh? Well, what do you do as a livelihood?
Well, Groucho, I'm a musician.
Oh. What instrument do you play, Don?
Well, I play the banjo, harmonica, drum, cymbals, and piano.
Oh, you're quite versatile. But when you're playing in a band, which of these instruments do you prefer? And please don't say you just play the cymbals.
Well, I play them all at once.
Peggy, maybe we better reconsider this boy. Now, Don, that's ridiculous. How can you play a piano and a banjo and what else?
Piano and banjo?
Yeah.
Well, I do that
At the same time?
Yes.
Now, how do you do that? You have 2 extra hands that you're concealing?
No.
Are you sure? Have you looked back there again?
Well, no, I play the banjo and piano together with a 6-pronged pendulous perpendicular piano pounder.
Well, you must remember, he runs up and down Mount Whitney. So what is the 6-pronged perpendicular piano pounder? That's not easy to say. You say that 3 times in a row fast, Peggy.
I couldn't possibly.
Well, let's have it. What is it, Don?
Well, on the end of the banjo, you have some sticks coming down so that as you play the banjo, you can carry a complete accompaniment on the piano at the same time.
What else do you do while you're pounding the piano with your banjo?
Well, with my left foot, I play a reconstructed semicircular chromatic radially operated centripetal sliding left ankle controlled glockenspiel.
Well, that sounds just like the Philharmonic. Either that or he's churning butter. Well, you're a rugged couple, and even more important, you're nice people and very interesting, and I've certainly enjoyed this little chat. And sometime when you're playing this whole McGill or someplace, I wish you'd let me know. So I'd like to come and see it. I really would.
Thank you.
Now, let's see how well you play You Bet Your Life. You select a dictionary quiz. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. If reflex is an involuntary action, what is an apex?
It's the point of something.
All right, the peak or top. That's close enough.
You have 1 right, 3 more right, you'll have $1,000.
If an antidote is a remedy to counteract poison, what is an anecdote?
It's a story told.
Usually a very unfunny story.
You're halfway to $1,000 now.
Of course, if it's a good story, they say, I want to tell you a joke. If they tell you, I want to tell you an anecdote, you can get ready to leave. If a muffin is a biscuit, what is a puffin?
It's a bird.
You haven't been to sea all the time, Peggy.
1 more right, you'll have your $1,000.
If a pelican is a seabird, what is a pemmican? What is pemmican?
It's dried deer meat.
It's dried meat. You don't have to go any further. You've won the money, haven't they?
Right, 4 in a row, you have $1,000.
Which proves that you can go to UCLA and still be educated. $1,000. Now, you can keep it and quit, or you can come back later and try to double your money. You may even get a chance at $10,000. So go over there and sit down and think it over, and if we don't see you later, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Well, Groucho, it's time for part 3 in the Bettina Consolo story.
Splendid, splendid. Now, what's happened to her? Is she married yet?
No, as a matter of fact, she isn't. And as you know, we've invited her back again tonight with another chance at matrimony.
Oh, well, this could go on forever. If she doesn't get married soon, I may have to marry her myself. Well, okay, bring her out.
All right, Bettina, would you come out, please, Miss Consolo?
Well,
there we are.
Hello, Groucho.
How do you do, Bettina?
Well, I promise you bring you some pasta fazola.
Oh, I thought this was a weapon of some kind.
That's what it is.
It's a pasta fazola?
Yes, sir.
George, will you take this care package to my dressing room? And if we never see you again, George, I'll know that you've been sampling this pasta fazola. Bettina, you're still not married, huh?
No.
Isn't that awful? After all my efforts, too. Well, we're going to try to help you once more, Bettina. We have another man for you to meet. I want you to close your eyes. No cheating now. All right? Will you send in this eager beaver? Very good. Okay, Bettina, open your eyes and take a look. Isn't he cute?
Well, that looks a very nice man.
George, you better bring back the pasta fazool. I think we got a live one. Could you tell us your name, sir?
Yes, my name is Angelo, Cerra.
Bettina, last week, didn't you tell us you'd settle for anybody up to 106 years old?
No, Groucho. No older than 60 or 65.
65 is the outside limit, huh?
That's right.
Give or take a few years?
Man. Maybe.
Maybe.
That's it.
Well, now, don't jump at this.
No, that's all right.
Angelo, what's your age?
64 years old.
Pretty good. You just got in under the wire then. Pretty soon, who knows? You may be under the pasta bazoola. You like pasta bazoola, Angelo?
Yeah, sometime.
Angelo, I think you should know that Bettina is looking for a husband who can give her a good home. Do you have a home?
I have a 2 home.
Well, that's nice. You could each have your own home then. That's the ideal arrangement, 2 homes. One marked his, one marked hers. Where are these loveless, Casanova?
Italy.
You have a job, Angelo?
No, I don't work.
You don't work? Well, that makes it a little rough. Betty, do you mind a man if he's out of work?
No. In a year, maybe they get a Social Security.
Boy, they catch on quick to the custom. You say you got his number, Betty. Now, Bettina, say you two did get married. Where would you like to go on your honeymoon?
I'd like to go to Las Vegas.
This kid doesn't fool around. And where would you like to go on your honeymoon, Angelo?
I like to go in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, huh? Why?
Because better weather, good climate and almost climate and cheap over there to live.
They have a cheap climate over there?
No, cheap to live.
You know, Bettina's a very good cook. Now, if you married her, would you appreciate pizza pie and pasta fazool for dinner every night?
No, every night. Once in a while, all right. I like the pizza, I like the pasta.
Well, do you know anything about cooking? What can you cook?
I cook a lot of things. Macaronis, roast, everything.
Tu sai cuocere un coniglio dentro ovani?
Sure.
A chicken a cacciatore?
Sure.
O cabbage, stuffed cabbage,
Yeah.
cappuccio,
Yeah.
un riso, con carne, ucciso, l'uovo, pane, tutto. Misca. Gli spaghetti, long.
Now pronounce you man and wife. Huh? Why, you two were made for each other. Bettina, why don't you and Angelo get together and open up a restaurant? Perhaps you can win enough money tonight to go in the restaurant business. You make a fortune. What do you say we find out right now, shall we?
Yeah.
See if you can win some money here. Huh? I'd like to see you open a restaurant. I'd come there all the time. That pasta fazool looks wonderful. I can't wait till this thing is over. I can get back there and get some of it away from Fenneman. Huh? Now, you selected capitals of states. Is that okay? I'm going to ask you some questions. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. Are you ready? What is the capital of Massachusetts? Well, they're off to a flying start. Give up?
No.
It's Boston.
Well, you have one wrong. Don't get the next one wrong or you're out of the game.
What is the capital of Utah?
Utah. Salt Lake City, Utah.
That's right, Salt Lake City.
Oh, you're back on the right track with 1 right, 3 more to go for $1,000.
What is the capital of Kansas?
Topeka, Kansas.
Topeka is right. Topeka or not Topeka? That is the question. What is the capital of Wisconsin?
Illinois. Springfield, Illinois. Springfield, Illinois.
Think. What is the capital of Wisconsin? Wisconsin is a state, and Illinois is a state. Well, I think you're mixed up, so we'll throw that question out and give you another one. Now then, what's the capital of Illinois?
Springfield.
I'm pretty sure you have 3 right now.
I hope so.
1 more right, and you'll have $1,000.
What is the capital of Ohio? Columbus, that's right, Columbus. Yeah, she's pretty smart here. Huh?
Well, you got 4 in a row, you have $1,000.
Give him a big kiss. Betty, I'm glad to see you win this money. That's wonderful. Now, you won it now. That's $500 apiece. Now, you can keep it and quit, or else you can risk losing half of it in order to win a lot more. Bettina, what are you going to do?
I'm going to pay for the house. Very bad.
What about the restaurant?
The restaurant? Well, she have to figure out yourself.
You want to go in business with her?
No,
You don't, huh? What are you going to do with your money?
I'm going to go Puerto Rico.
Well, if you open a restaurant, will you let me know and I'll come over and be your first customer?
Yes, be grateful.
You're going to go for the big money?
No.
You're going to keep what you've got?
I
and
want to
quit?
keep what we got.
Well,
You're going to keep what you
Yes.
got? I
Yes.
think you better. After that Wisconsin, Illinois. Arrivederci.
thank you, God.
Arrivederci, huh?
Let me know when you want it, also long as spaghetti.
Yeah, I want you to come to my house and cook, huh?
Anything you want.
Antipasto.
Anything you want.
Arrivederci. Garibaldi. Let's bring on the next couple.
All right, Groucho, Mrs. Madeline Dudley is waiting to talk to you, and her partner is a special guest, Prince Ras Monolulu of Ethiopia. So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Lives. Say the secret word. Welcome to You Bet Your Lives. Say the secret word, and you each get an extra $50. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Mrs. Madeline Dudley, eh? And Prince Ras Monolulu. First of all, are you a real prince?
A real prince according to the tribal law of Abyssinia. Abyssinia, known as Ethiopia.
Oh.
In the Bible, it's called the land of the lions of Judah.
Oh. And are you a real prince?
In my own country, a real prince, but princes today is not what they used to be.
Well, whereabouts in Ethiopia are you a prince?
In Addis Ababa, but I belong to the Falasha tribe.
Oh.
See, there's a great nation. One is Coptic, the other is Mohammedan, the other one is Jewish, known as the Falasha. I happen to be one of them.
Isn't that where Haile Selassie is the emperor?
Yes, His Imperial Majesty. I met, he's the emperor and will be by God's blessing.
I've always admired him.
And American dollars behind it.
Oh. If you're a prince, you must be related to Haile Selassie, are you?
Yes, but you see, we have so many, in my country, if you're a Coptic, you have one wife. If you're a Muslim, you have as much as you can support. If you don't belong to that, you can do as you like. Knock, knock, it's all yours.
Do you know Haile Selassie?
Yes, sir, I met him in Bath. And I prophesied
in the shower?
No, not in the shower, in his little village that he was living there when he had to run from his own country. England put him in a very small backyard and he stood there.
You mean
I quoted him the 13th chapter of Revelation, the 10 crowns, and he was the only crown that ever went back after the war. So it only goes to show the spirit of truth and honesty will prevail. To be or not to be, that's the question.
Well, I'm not going to have to talk at all here tonight. Well, Prince, your costume is certainly one of the most colorful I've ever seen. Are you one of the Brooks brothers?
Who's the Brooks brothers? Who are they?
Are you one of the Ritz brothers?
No, sir. I'm one by myself. A lone wolf.
A lone wolf, huh? Well, for our vast unseen radio audience, could you describe your costume?
My costume is what's called semi-Mohammedan zouave. And this is for Scotland, the land that gave the world horse racing. Bunny Charlie, where they sing in Scotland, will he no come back again? And I carried that for the Royal House of Steward. And this is for red, white, and blue. England, France, America. And all those that have red, white, and blue is going to fight for the right. To be or not to be.
You'll have your own show in a couple of weeks. You still haven't, have you described the whole costume?
Yes, and these are for lucky charms. You see, this is the lion's claw. That is bring me luck.
Oh.
I came here in this country only 50 pounds. I was totally broke. So I was passing up here and an Englishman gave me a job. And I met a Jewish friend. He says, are you from London? I said, yeah. He said, muzzle top. I said, you shouldn't get a breeder. He says, come
is that how you got these lion's claws?
No, this is when we are young. We have to fight for existence. We all have a spear and bow and arrow. We surround the lion, and we throw our spear. And the one that got the best spear in, he gets a lion's claw. One get the nape, and one got the tail.
And that's how you get the necklace?
Yes, and the cadence for luck. It's always been with a muzzle.
Yeah. I would rather have pearls because oysters don't fight back, you know.
Pearl is only for women, and be careful of women. I have experience.
Well, you've given me an awful lot to absorb, Prince, and if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to your partner here for a minute, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, you say you're, Madeline Dudley?
Madeline Gary Dudley.
Marion Gary Dudley, huh?
Madeline.
Madeline, huh?
Gary Dudley.
Now, what does the Gary stand for?
Well, Gary was my maiden name, but I don't drop it because I don't want to lose my identity.
I see. I'm having a pretty tough night here tonight. They told me this job was a cinch when I took it. How old are you, Madeline?
Truthfully? 33.
Oh, give or take 10 years, who cares?
33.
33, and where are you from?
Chicago, Illinois. Windy City.
Windy City. Are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
How did you meet Mr. Dudley?
Groucho, I'm sorry to interrupt, but time is running out, and Don Davis and his partner have indicated that they'd like to try for the big money tonight, and so to give them time, in order to maybe win $2,000 or $10,000, I'd like to ask Prince Monolulu and Mrs. Dudley if perhaps they could come back next week.
Well, I'm sorry, but I guess we have no other choice. Could you two come back next week?
I shall be there.
Yes, sir, I'll be delighted.
Well, I'll tell you, Prince, I've got a lot more questions I want to ask you, and you too, Madeline. And we also want to give you a crack at winning some money. So you be sure and be here next week now, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next week.
Muslim broker.
Now, here's Don Davis and Peggy Slater, all set to try for the big question. So would you come in, please?
You decide to go for the big question, huh?
Yes.
Remember, if you miss it, you wind up with a total of $500. If any number besides the one you pick comes up, the question is worth $2,000. However, if your number comes up, this question is worth $10,000. And you, what number have you chosen?
5.
Spin well.
Did you pick the number?
She did.
All right, you turn the wheel. Was appointed Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court in 1953. For $2,000, who preceded Mr. Warren as Chief Justice? Talk it over. All right, what's the answer you've decided upon?
Oliver Wendell Holmes?
Well, Oliver Wendell Holmes, too, if you have an extra one. But that's not the answer. The answer is Fred M. Vinson. I'm sorry you missed it, but you wind up with $500. That isn't too bad. Congratulations, and thanks for being with us.